Hey guys, kicking Pilates. All right, today I want to talk about, I know it's a weird word, diaphragmatic breath. So it's a scary word because it has to do with your diaphragm, which you can't see. It has to do with your hip angle, which you can't see, the anterior pelvic tilt, which you can't see. Now, there is a real simple way to explain the proper way to breathe, but it's important to learn about this is because all of us, especially with the big back swings, the low crunch, we're all losing our rib to hip separation. So if those ribs come out, those hips are tilted forward. Now, especially for you bigger guys, just like me, I grew into my body real fast. The bottom half grows faster than the top half. I know a lot of you got a lot of great help, especially you guys down in Australia. So it's very important to understand this basic thing. Believe it or not, this is probably the best kept secret in all of athletic training. The problem is teams just don't have a lot of help to help guys individually. So first things first, if you're breathing and your shoulders are coming up in the air and your ribs are sticking out, that's a bad thing. Diaphragmatic breath, you know, if you ever seen a little 2-year-old or 1-year-old sit up, literally every time he breathes, he grows taller and shorter. And the reason that is because it starts down here in your true core. So everybody thinks, you know, I don't have a 12-pack, but everyone thinks these superficial abs are doing the work. They're not. The muscles that are making you throw up are. So if you can exhale, you can do it. So here's how you at least find those muscles, but more importantly, we're gonna take the same thing, the same body awareness check into no steps, one steps, one-step line drives for punting in full one steps. So obviously if you can hold it through the nose, the ones, the fulls, eventually kick off, but the same thing in the weight room. First you need to learn how to breathe. I'm gonna show you some little tips here with these books or football if you got it at home, and that's it. So first things first, here's how you think of it. Imagine there's a balloon inside underneath your belly button. So what you wanna do is you wanna take your thumb in the soft part, wrap these 2 fingers or 3 fingers deep down here, both sides. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go here. Now, first I want you to cough and hold. Now, when you do that, you feel your core pushing your fingers out. That's the manual way to do it. The easy way to do it, take a deep breath in. We're gonna overdo it, and then we'll underdo it. Take a deep breath in, exhale. So keep going, keep going. And at the end of your breath, your core is gonna pull your fingers out, push your fingers out, but you also notice your ribs are gonna drop. So that's actually how we're supposed to breathe 24/7. If you notice, at the end of that exhale, those ribs drop, your shoulders should drop too, you should feel more space. So first things first, just a very easy exercise. You can do this before you lift, before you work out, before you do your warm-up. If you don't want to, you know, some guys do it at home, sometimes guys do it in the weight room, just depending on what we're working on. But especially if you got a kicking buddy, we should all do this. So first things first, you know, you could go on the ground. Let's try 3 sets at 8. Inhale for 3 to 5 seconds, exhale. So first you can do it, I'll just do 1 set. Put your feet up on the wall or just put your feet down, rest your head. Now you wanna hold your fingers and push them out. Now, keeping that tension the whole time, breathe in, 2, 3, keep that tension, exhale, 2, 3, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Good. So it's something as simple as 3 sets of 5 or 8 reps, 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. Try to work your way up to 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. The other way to do it is this. If you have a football, put a towel over top of it. If you don't, just use 3 books at home. I'm gonna put this right here. So you're gonna put these books all the way down by your pubic bone, that bone right above your man parts, okay? Now, just put your hands and let's go right here. There we go. Good, elbows and hands on the ground, exhale. Now, when you inhale, you wanna push the book away from you for 3 seconds. Exhale for 3 seconds. Let it sink deeper. So you literally see my back flattening in this lower. So right now I'm more arched. When I push it in, it looks like a straight line. So first things first, just try that 3 times, you know, 8 reps. Try 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Very basis for starters, but you can also, when you're in your stance, push out when you're in your stance. If I'm in my field goal stance ready to go, I'm just get my hips set. You know, if you're following these videos, you go neutral, you're scooping, get the hip inside. Now the last little thing, that'll make sure you're working the front side too. Now the last thing, just a little check, just lay down like this. So what you want to do, everybody thinks when your core is on, you have to be manually flexing. That's not true at all. So what I want you to do is stick your belly out and see how everything's kind of relaxed. Then just exhale, slowly scoop your tailbone under your man parts, and all of a sudden, if you touch those muscles, they're almost as hard as when you physically exhale all the way out. And there you go. And it just shows you that your core is turned on when your hips are in line. So if you have an anterior pelvic tilt, that's going to turn your core off. The more square and neutral you are in your hips, that's where you're going to be. The goal is to be here 24/7. It's not overnight. It starts with these little breath tricks, then it starts with drills. And of course, if you're still young, growing into your body, you got plenty of time, baby steps. You're not going to look like this next year. So let's start putting the diaphragmatic breath in place, because it's going to put all the joints where they need to be for any exercise, and of course, kicking and punting.